everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Ranting with Rosze. It's Rosze here. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember, keep it cool, classy, never trashy unless they try you and you got to get nasty. So let's get right into this video. So in this video, we are going to be discussing this generation's obsession with procreating with men of influence, more particularly rappers. And also we're going to touch on the glorification of baby mother and baby zaddy culture, because it's really starting to get out of hand. Now, what prompted me to make this video is NBA YoungBoy at 23 years old. He already has 10 kids. Yes, I said that correctly. NBA YoungBoy has 10 kids at 23 years old. He has 10 kids at 23 years old. And he is now expecting 2 more kids by 2 different women at the same time, equaling and totaling out to 12 children at 23 years old. You have to be really active. You have to be really just like busting in everything that moves to have 10 children at 23. That's like absolutely ridiculous and crazy to me. And I mean, it's not anything new in rapper culture. Rappers always impregnated women and have different baby mamas and have different, women that they mess with. They have their main chick, their side chick. They have, the baby mama that they gonna always mess around with. But I think right now it's become some type of like epidemic, because in the past, a baby mother to a rapper meant something different than it does now, and people have been able to create lucrative careers off of being a baby mother, which is like really, really crazy. Like, get your bag, sis, get your money, sis, but it's really problematic. So I just want to touch on the obsession with it and why this creates toxicity and problems within the Black community as a whole. So a few things can be attributed to the obsession with procreating with the rapper. Now, some people do it for status, some people do it for monetary gain, and some people do it for relationship ties. Now, when it comes to status, being a baby mother has become a lucrative career field. There are literal girls who put money and time into looking good, into getting their body done, into working out, into, facials, makeup, and just presenting themselves in the best way possible so they can bag a rapper. There are literal girls out here whose career is to date and sleep with rappers in the hopes of becoming a baby mother. It's literally crazy. But you see people like Ari Fletcher, who's taken her status as a baby mother and created an influencer title over that and created her own self career out of it. And you see people like Jada Waiter, who has created and obtained an entire fan base based off of being a baby mother and based off of by being super attractive as well. So these women are super attractive. These women know what they're doing, and a lot of the times these women, their prerogative is to become a baby mother to a rapper. Within that, status does come with that if you're able to monetize your status as a baby mother. Now, of course, the obvious reason, monetary gain. A lot of women think that once they get in with a rapper, they're going to be set for life, because they're going to get them trapped. They're going to get them on child support. They're going to get them to pay for their cars, their clothes, and to basically fund their whole entire life. And then you have some girls that try to have babies by these rappers because they're genuinely wanting to create a relationship tie to that rapper. They genuinely are crazy. They genuinely are in love with this person, and they think that having a baby by them will keep them around. You may be the side hoe, but you ain't never gonna be me because I was the first to have his children. There are women that really think like that really think that way, really ignorantly. Now, what is the problem with this? The problem with this is, however, you can create some type of status behind being a baby mother, but at the end of the day, you won't be taken seriously. It's very rare that you can become a household name off of being a baby mother. There is no longevity in being tied to a rapper as a baby mother. Some women have accomplished notoriety and a fan base outside of it, but it's very rare in a long-term sense. And it also sets a bad example for normal women. Normal women are starting to gravitate to this thought that trapping a man. I mean, when I say normal women, I mean women outside the entertainment industry, and normal men outside of the entertainment industry. Like, normal women are trying to trap normal men and trying to get them on child support, trying to get them to pay for their lifestyle, when in actual, like, logical sense, nowadays, one income is not enough to even barely sustain one person, let alone two. So for a woman to think that it is a man's job to take care of her as far as paying for her life is kind of ridiculous, and it's creating this sort of narrative. And I feel like a lot of the whole, like, city girl culture, like, get it bad, like the whole hot girl Megan Thee Stallion culture kind of contributes to this, because it deals with a lot of scamming, and it deals with a lot of, these men, if you can't buy me a Birkin, if you can't pay for my rent, then what good are you to me? And that's a whole nother video within itself. Just sticking to this topic, it also creates so much toxicity within these children. When you create a situation based off of gain and not love, or based off of toxic love, it's always going to impact your children, and it puts the children in an uncomfortable position. Because one, you always got these women running around here, when the rapper has them messed up, they cheat on them, the first thing they do, they run to the internet. Like, I want to say London on the Track, his situation with his baby mother and his girlfriend's son and all of that should have never been put on the internet. But since you feel as though you're a public figure, and you feel as though your relationships gives you some type of status, that if you air this person out because they're a rapper, you're gonna get some type of gain from it. Me personally, I feel like there was nothing to gain from airing this out, because a lot of the times people get too comfortable putting their business on the internet, especially when it comes to children, and they don't understand that will always be there. And when it comes to these T pages, these blogs and everything like that, they are going to see that. It's literally almost impossible to keep the internet away from your child nowadays. So you have to be careful with what they consume and what you put out, because that is going to impact them as a person. And a lot of the times, these women are thinking that these rappers can pay for their lives, but at the end of the day, having 10, 12 kids, that means you're going to have to continuously work, because a lot of the times they don't understand that these rappers are actually broke. A lot of the times it's a lot of flex culture within the rap community, because you have to pay a lot of people back. And when you are under a label, people think the label takes care of all your expenses. And no, honey, that advance that you get, that takes care of your expenses. But guess what? You got to pay all that money back, and then you got to pay everyone back that helped you create this art. And then the only way for you to truly make money is to tour, and that's like a whole nother topic. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get into that in another video. But overall, women thinking that being a baby mother is going to be a lucrative career, it's kind of ridiculous to me. And then these men just impregnating anything that walks. Where is the self-respect? And I think a lot of it has to do with self-respect. These men don't have respect for themselves and their sperm, and these women don't have respect for their bodies and their minds. And a lot of it deals with self-respect. If you don't respect yourself, you're not going to respect others. And bringing a child into a situation where no one has self-respect and self-love, how can you give this child the love and the care that it needs when you can't even give that to yourself? And a lot of the times, these little rappers, they're like in their 20s. They're not even old enough to sustain a family. As far as monetarily wise, means nothing. Like, money is a means to an end. Yes, you need money to take care of a family, but there's a difference between being a dad and being a father, being a sperm donor and being a father. Nick Cannon is a sperm donor. He is not a father. He cannot physically be a father to all of these children. Being a father means being there. Being a father means giving advice. Being a father is being there to catch them when they fall. Being a father means comforting them, loving them. Being a father is teaching them how to love themselves. Being a father, a black father, means teaching them how to act in this world in their black skin, teaching them the importance of understanding and loving their black skin. And when you have so much trauma and you have so much hate towards yourself and others, you cannot give a child the proper love they deserve. Now, I do feel like some people become better when they have children, and that's not me saying that having children doesn't create a new sense of love. It doesn't create a new sense of urgency and maturity level, but a tiger can only change its stripes so much. I mean, a tiger can grow, but it doesn't change its stripes, if that makes sense. So at the end of the day, this whole glorification of baby mother and baby father culture needs to end. People need to start working on themselves. People need to start loving themselves. People need to start working through their trauma before bringing children into the world, rich or not, famous or not, bag or not. Whether you can provide for your children's monetarily wise doesn't mean you can provide the other things that they need as well. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. I do appreciate it. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember to keep it cool, classy, never trashy unless they try you and you got sticky nasty. And I'm out. Mwah. Bye.